long time no see. This actually is for a bit different occasion. I'm going to tell you from the start that this mainly is as like research for a video that we're working on. So yeah, we did 4 auctions last weekend and with absolutely zero promotion on any social media channels or whatever. Now we're going to do 4 auctions and we're going to promote it with lives on YouTube here, but we're also going to like to promote it on Facebook and Instagram and yeah, and so on. Later on, after the live, we're going to put the links to the auctions on MorphMarket. I haven't activated them yet. We're going to activate them live here. So yeah, that's the plan. So we're going to show off the animals, but first we can look at this beautiful little baby that was born. Habanero, 100% het snow glow. And the mom still hates me. So yeah. Hey! Nice to see you here on the live. So yeah, the plan is to show off the animals that is going to be auctioned, and we're going to activate the auctions right now. So first we have VPI Junglehead Anery, and as said, the following weeks when our US shipment leaves, so it's possible to get the animals shipped for 250 euros on the auction. Most cases, otherwise, if you get an animal from us, we usually is covering it, but it sure depends on the price on the animal. But as we can see, it's been priced at 12.50. Now we're going to do auction, no reserve. We're going to do 72 hours and save. So now that one is live. We're also going to do a VPI Snow female, also from 23, been priced 17.50. And we're going to do auction, 72 hours, no reserve. So as you can understand, you can do a real bargain at it. Next one is an albino het blood. I think a lot of people would label this as lipstick. It comes from our lipstick lineage, but it definitely is lipstick, but we're still labeling it as an albino because it's not super crazy, but still a very nice animal that as you will see here. And last one is a red dragon female, really late 22. Definitely not our best. Now I'm just scrolling here. Here we have auction. No reserve, 72 hours. So now the auctions is up. You'll find them on our MorphMarket. And this is the regular MorphMarket because as some of you might know, we also have a MorphMarket USA with our good friend Stephen Tillis in Florida at housing some animals for us. And yeah, it's quite sweet because then you can get animals shipped straight away. But it's also always possible. We're still waiting for the paperwork to get back from the authorities for the next US shipment. Also a shipment to Panama and one to Thailand. But for the US, yeah, we're waiting for it. It should be ready to go within the next couple of weeks. So the animals from auction is possible to get shipped, and also yeah, if you want something else, just send us a message. We always try to be helpful, I think. So we're going to stick the camera, or the phone actually, and let's have a look at some of the animal, or not some, all 4 animals that are on auction. So first, always between hygiene, do already wash the hands, but still doing hand sanitizer. I hope the sound is good. We're using this, but I think my phone, like the USB-C on it, it's something a little bit strange. I normally don't use it for charging because it's like an iPhone, so yeah, the MagSafe stuff, but it was didn't want to really stick, but it looks like it should work. If it doesn't sound good, let me know, and then we unplug it and do the from the phone. But let's have a look. So I prepared, so I have the boas right here next to me. So first, VPI Jungle, Het Anery or Het Snow. This is a really nice one. And like if you would do both this and the VPI Snow female, that's also on auction, then you got a really nice pair. But really nice coloration, really strong jungle pattern. Just look at the tail, just stunning. So that's the first one. So then we're taking the VPI Snow. Really nice colorations. You have a bit of the widow peak pattern on her. She actually looks like she's quite close to shed, but you can still, a lot of purple in the tail. Really sweet animal. So if there's any specific questions about the animals, let me know and I will answer them. But yeah, like, I think it's quite nice. We get them on video. You see the size and also the temperament. These are quite nice to handle. Moving on. Let's try to not get bit on camera now. He was a little bit flighty at first, but now he's cool. So albino het blood, so 100% het blood. As said, like we normally is quite picky when we're like labeling the stuff. So that's why his label as an albino and not a lipstick, but it's definitely is a lipstick, even though it's not the craziest ones, but still a very nice animal. All of the animals is doing everything as they should, of course. They are health tested as all our animals, and yeah. So quite sweet. So putting him back, or just have them in temporary containers here, so I don't have to run around to all the enclosures to get him, because that would be a pain. So a very late, this is definitely not like the best red dragons we've done, but it's still like, it's from the same lineage. It's quite high lipstick influence. I'm not sure if it's picking up here on camera. So you got quite a lot of lipstick in it, and a bit paler on the blood side than our most prized ones are. But like, yeah, still a very nice female. And yeah, Any questions? Anything about the animals? So, yeah. Quite sweet little girl. Yes. Putting her back, hopefully. She really don't want to stay in the box. And I have no real desire of getting bit. Even though that's like the game. Handling boas sometimes that it happens, but yeah. Now we are looking really professional. So yeah, that's the 4 animals on auction. I will be in live 11 minutes. You can do a couple more minutes. If it's something special you would like to see, write it in the comments and let's have a look. Otherwise, I think I'm just going to stroll around the facility a little while and have a look. Like this freezer. We have 3 big freezers in our storage area, and it was just this one we don't need it. So, but it's just been in the way and we've been waiting for someone to get it. But now when we got the rodent delivery earlier this week, I'm quite happy that we kept it because someone ordered a bit much, but yeah. So it was good that we still got it. Have a look at 2 of our holdback girls from 23. So VPI Snow Labyrinth. And no, it's not food now. And our most prized possessions. This is out of this world, something that you really need to see. Sweet that you have a VPI Snow from us. Now if you check the auctions, you can get another one if you like. Like I said in the beginning, it wasn't so many that was with me on the live then. But like neither me or Tim is a big fan of auctions actually. Don't really believe that this is a good solution. Some say they have success, blah blah blah, and yeah, that might be. But as said, this is like for the purpose of a video we're working on that will be how to sell boas. And yeah, so last weekend we did 4 auctions with absolute 0 promotion at all, and now we're doing 4 auctions where we will promote it both here on YouTube but also on Instagram and Facebook and yeah, so on. So let's one of our nice VPI Sunglow Het Habanero holdback males. And yeah, so let me know if there's something specific. I think we'll give it another minute. Otherwise, I'm going to take Saturday, go home, and maybe have a cold one. Yeah. But let's move upstairs. And for you that been following us, like this little dude, if you've seen the videos on the Boa Breeder series, you know that this one was very touch and go when they were born. Really didn't think that he's going to make it, but it's still quite a lot smaller than its siblings, but he's doing great and eating, and yeah, VPI Snow Labtech. Adult habanero. Like the mom from that gave birth to the litter, I'm actually not going to mess, because she's actually never really been the case that you have a female that after feeding they are usually snapped out of it and is no longer defensive, but she fucking hates me. Yes. As you maybe, if you're following us on Instagram, you maybe saw this story from, but here we have another female habanero. This one is a bit darker than the other one, and she actually has a mate, but so far not the action that we want. I actually don't think that this one will go this season, and that would be a little bit sad, because you see habanero and ghost devil. So that would be the very sweet ones for making the heads for like IMG habanero spectre for the future. I actually spoke to Tim about it, that like, because the male is quite old, they Imperator Morphs had it for quite some time, and I was like, but he's an excellent breeder, but he doesn't put in the effort if the females don't smell. So he's probably right, but if it don't go, we would put this Hypo Spectre male from 23. There's some people that asked that why we didn't use him this season. We had 2 litters so far from the head-to-head specters, and unfortunately no visual specters. And that's the case when you're breeding like multiple recessive heads, that the odds is quite low that you're going to hit all the genes in the same animal. Of course, if we would have used the Hypospectre, we definitely would have had specters. But in the end, he's definitely up to size that he would have been able to breed for sure. But it's just better to give them another year. It's no stress. Like, yeah. That's the way. Ghost Devil or Lab Tech? Let's see if I can remember which ones are yours. Not that one, because it's a really light one. Can almost. So Ghost Devil, so Hypo, IMG, Black Eye Dannery, and 66 possets. We have cleaning to do, and we're like done all the cleaning in all the enclosures, but it's still like the rack system, and apparently she put substrate in the water. But I can promise you that I'm not saying promise, because it's still a 66 posset, but I'm quite sure that she would prove VPI. Lab Tech, let's see. We're going to and now I always got the boa in my finger, and apparently she's not happy. But here she is. She's quite cage defensive. When you get her out, she's quite nice, but I definitely need 2 hands for that, and don't have anyone here now. Yeah, not happy. And it's good that we still have to vacuum everything. Like, it's always like, it's quite nice. You get the substrate on the floor and everything when you're doing the cleaning in the enclosures, and yeah, that is super easy to maintain. Looking at the yearling VPI snow glow versus a hypospector, you can't even compare them. Like, we have going to bring the hypospector that is just waiting to be shipped to the US, and it could be the guy that asked the question that's getting her. But let's go here where we have nice light. So this is a yearling hypospector. Like, it's completely different. You have like purple in the tail. No, not purple, pink. It's not easy to keep the difference, but this is so nice. So that's the hypospector, and let's see if we can find a VPI snow glow of the same age. It's actually quite fun with the, because a lot of black-eyed anery stuff is usually not the friendliest ones to handle, but the specters actually usually is quite nice, at least to me. I'm going upstairs. Hey, random man, welcome to the live. This was intended to be a very short live, like 12-13 minutes. Now we're up to 22, but I like it when you're asking questions. Let's see, we're going to find and this one wasn't as happy. I'm still going to go down and most likely going to get bit. I'm not sure why. She didn't like me. Now this one, like the snow glows, you have a lot of different varieties in. Like, these are the more white ones, but like super purple in the tail. This one is also jungle, but doesn't affect it super much. But and then we have like the really yellow ones. Like, we can say like 2 different lineages on like the VPI snows. It's both from the polygenic nature of the VPI gene, but also a bit from the anery. And yeah, but there we had a few different ones. So I'm just doing the final check here to see. We have a female downstairs that I'm quite sure now we missed because she was yawning. But we can have a look. So this is a very nice adult red dragon female. You already had babies this year, and I can say that both me and Tim is actually a bit surprised, because we were like contemplating when we were going to do the move. It got a bit delayed because we didn't get the facility at the time that we wanted it. So we actually did the move from Germany to Sweden here quite late, and thought that that would really affect the breeding season. But I can actually tell you, like, we're not going to meet the goals as last year, because there were so many females that gave birth last year. Crazy numbers. But we're already up to 20 litters, but like it's not all success. We have had 3 females slugging out, and this is something that happens. Like some people buy like 1 female and 1 male, and then they have slugs, and they have like invested, and they were really counting on like they were going to get this litter, and now they are in financial trouble, and that's not something I would recommend, that you're putting yourself at risk, because breeding boas is not 100%. I would say like an average is most likely around 60-65%. Imperator morphs have had seasons where there's been a lot of slug litters, and yeah, this season looking good. We have 20 liters dropped with some amazing stuff, especially like the Het Spectre stuff. Yeah, we're going to, they have just shed. Let me see, maybe we can pick one out. Taking this one. So Labyrinth, 100% double Het Spectre, and like the coloration is already like, even is just being Het black-eyed anery, it's really muting the colors, like yeah, it's, and this is not the craziest one. We are going to let maybe 2.2 go or 1.1. But if that's something that you would be into, message us, because there's been a lot of interest in that. So that's definitely not something you're going to sleep on. And yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, the Red Dragons, like Tim has done a fantastic job, like generational, improved them, and yeah, they are really sweet. We actually have Red Dragon Leopard born this year. There I still think that we have a little bit of improvement to make on the coloration. Now we just need to find out where we put. There's been quite a lot of babies. That one is not red dragon or leopard. Of course, still not out of first shed, the only one in the litter, but really sweet. And we have the female from 23. I have to double check that it is 23, but I'm quite sure it's 23. Yes, 23. Still up on the website, but I can tell you, if she's not sold within, yeah, very close, we're going to keep her, because now she's starting to get up to such size, so it wouldn't really make sense to sell her now. But it's the same, like already, if we're looking at like Sunglow Het Blood Leopards, like they are stunning, and the way like what leopard does, how it makes the color just increase, like this is not old at all, like they are going to gain so much color. And yeah, like if you have a look at our website, you should have the link down in the description. You can see like the pics of like 23 of them. And like, yeah, it's amazing. Leopard is a fantastic gene. There's so much to plug it into still, like what's yeah, the combination with like the habaneros, the red dragon leopard, but then also like when the combination of labyrinth and leopard, like in the habanero labyrinths that we might see next year. We also, yeah, might see VPI snow glow leopards, maybe, since we apparently, like, I think most of the snow and snow glow leopards, the visual ones that's been produced so far, the parents come from Imperator morphs. But apparently we're a little bit behind. Could be we have like quite a lot of those females, because and it possibly that we would have a litter really late, because they have been starting to build follicles, and yeah, we have breeding behavior there, but definitely not sure. Otherwise we also have maybe VPI Sunglow Labyrinth Het Habanero Posset Anery, where one is quite sure that is going to prove. So that would also be something that maybe make a VPI Snow Leopard Labby. Hey, good to see you. I've been talking to you with one guy, talking about you with one guy, or he's like been talking to you about us, and it's quite sweet what you just said. So big thumbs up. But yeah, now it's 20 minutes more than what was the plan. Have a great Saturday. I'm going home now. Here it's almost 6 p.m. so it's always like the time difference, but the plan is to do a live tomorrow too, about the same time. So like, if you're checking the website, if there's anything specific you want us to show on the live so you can see it, of course you can just send a message, and we're usually doing like pics and videos on as fast as we can. But if you want to see it live, just ask for it. And now the friends is here. So Leon and Joseph, good guys from the States. But over and out, cheers, and maybe you're joining live tomorrow. I'm not going to say 100% sure promise that it's going to be live. That's the plan. But it's been a crazy week and have some other stuff to do. But yeah, and hopefully next week we're going to have a new video uploaded on the channel too. But as said, this is intended for a video, the whole auction thing. But I will drop the links down in the comment to the 4 auctions. So see you, have a good one.